Friday Night Lights is sponsored by Kubota and Optimum.
We have made it to the final Friday Night Lights in October. If you haven't locked one up at this point, time is running out. And no, kids, I'm not talking about homecoming dates. We're talking about playoff spots. There's only 3 weeks left in the regular season. Two teams very well on their way in Class 4A, La Vega and Robinson. The Rockets top 10 statewide ranking coming into this one, but you always know the Pirates are not going to make it easy for anyone, so they made it an easy decision for us to make these two our Game of the Week.
Game of the Week is sponsored by Kubota and Optimum.
All right, let's check it out. Robinson 6-1, hosting 4-3 La Vega. Two sophomore quarterbacks going head-to-head. These two rivals meeting for the first time since 2015. Early dominance in the run game for the Pirates. Ball handed off to Bryson. Rowland misses a tackle, make it 2. Stays on his feet before he's finally brought down for a first down, and that leads to a score on this play. Rowland finishing off the drive that he started. Pirates on top quick. 7-0 just like that. Rockets trying to make something happen on their drive. Bruce McCurdy looking to pass before he's brought down by Warren Richardson Jr. Pirates take over on downs. Now the Pirates quarterback, Courtney Parr, steps back to pass. He's got Rowland on the short screen pass. Dodges a defender. Gets this one down to the 1-yard line. You might as well give him the touchdown. Come on. He finishes the drive. La Vega up 14-0. Little mini upset. 4th and 1, Rockets in desperation mode. High snap over McCourty's head. Oh no, disaster, right? Well, looking down the field, and Stephen Knight comes down with it, turns it upfield. Look out, Sydney. And there he goes down the sidelines for the touchdown. Rockets get on the board, 14-7 going into the half, but the Pirates able to pull out the win, 35-22. Our Sydney Wicker caught up with the Pirates head coach after the game.
Coach, a big win for your team tonight. You guys haven't faced Robinson since 2015. To come in here and to dominate on the run game in the way that you guys did, how big is this win for your team tonight?
Oh, I mean, any win you get in any district or any high school football game is a big win. I mean, we challenged our guys up front last week after we didn't run the ball very well, and they responded tonight very, very well. And Bryson did a good job of finding the creases and making big plays.
Speaking of Bryson, what is it like to have a guy who can make that kind of impact like he did tonight on your team?
Oh, he's a phenomenal player and a phenomenal kid. And so, you know, when you got somebody like that who's got great vision, who's got good speed, and who's got the ability to cut on a dime, and then you add the fact that he's hard to tackle, you got something special.
Definitely hard to tackle. He missed quite a few tonight. You guys came in here 4-3 on the season. You leave 5-3 with this win, but just stay undefeated in district play. How important is every win as you guys get ready to slowly start closing out the season with 2 more games left?
I mean, we're not really worried about, winning the course is the ultimate goal, but we're concerned about getting better every day. And so if we're better tomorrow than we were today, then we're going to be in good shape.
All right, thanks so much for your time, Coach.
Thank
Congrats
you.
on the win.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Sydney. We're just getting started here on Friday Night Lights. More on the way. Hope you're ready for some touchdowns because we got a lot of points coming up after this. Stay with us. You don't want to miss it. Friday Night Lights continues. Welcome back to Friday Night Lights. We'll turn our attention to Class 6A. District 12 playoff spots are contentious there. Parker Heights has had a little separation, but after them, 4 teams within 1 game of each other fighting for 3 playoff spots. Let's go over to Wildcat Stadium. Temple hosting Bryan. Hey, if you're an A&M fan, this is like Torian York against Nick Scorton, by the way. 14-7 Temple, but Troy Odell with the interception trying to start something for the Vikings. Could they cash in? Early second quarter, Boone Turner to DeAndre Williams. Oh my goodness, if I took that hit, I'd still be laying on the ground, folks. But that's just a touchdown for Mr. Williams in his neighborhood. 14-all, and then after a big run from Tyree Love, JaValen Wade going to finish off the drive here. So all of a sudden, it's 21-14 Vikings, just like that. How are the Wildcats going to respond? Well, in kind, let's just say. Handoff up the middle to Orion Peoples. He's going to his Peoples at the cribbo. Touchdown, 21-all, into the corner of the end zone. And then on the next drive, later on in the half, I should say, Champ Mayo, swing pass to Cade Stewart. Woo! Makes a man miss, and he's gone. At last check, Temple with a big lead in the fourth quarter, 49-34. All right, let's go over to Killeen. How about, listen, let's be real. Eagles think they look a little bit better in that green. That's a social media app for the parents at home. I'm about to be that age, so I take no pride in saying that. Doyle Brown, though, gets the big sack for Brenham to stifle the Eagles' opening drive. And then Jordan Harvey over the top to Chris Guidry. They got a lot of weapons at Brenham. It's not just Jacoby Dixon, folks. 7-0 Cubs answer back. Now the Eagles trying to answer back, I should say. Sidney Holland to Traveris Turner Smith. Woo! That duo never disappoints. 7-all, and we are tied out at the buck. Brenham looking, listen, shrinkflation's a real issue, folks. I don't think it applies to homecoming moms, though. Those things are for real. Over the middle to Cartel Brown. Touchdown for Brenham, running away with it, and they get the win, 50-28 over Ellison. Let's go out to Class 4A, top 5 team, Stephenville visiting Lampasas in the first quarter. Reed Jerome, the Badgers quarterback, he's got leadership and he's got ability, as they say. Keeps it on the bootleg and just gonna walk on into the end zone. 7-0 Badgers strike first. Stephenville, though, they're gonna get things going. They're going deep. Ryan Gafford to Jaden Lujan, and that is a touchdown down the sideline. Ties it up at 7 apiece. After the PAT, Yellow Jackets find themselves in the red zone. Gafford, a floater to Zyler McClendon. Look out, right into your living room, 14-7 Yellow Jackets. Badgers not backing down. Reed Jerome punches it another touchdown for make it 14-all. And then later on, they had a pick 6. But Stephenville gets the win in this one, 42-31. And with that, we'll head out live to Badger Stadium. Our Zoe Del Rosario with the head coach, Troy Rogers.
Thank you so much, Ben. Yeah, I'm joined by head coach, Lampasas head coach, Troy Rogers. Coach, who faced a very tough opponent there in Stephenville. Fought till the very end, but it wasn't enough, 42-31. How do you describe your team's effort?
Oh, I'm proud of them, you know, and they fought all 4 quarters, and you know, that's what we wanted to do. I mean, we knew who was coming to town tonight, and they were who we thought they were going to be, and they were good. And, you know, our kids kept fighting and clawing back, and, you know, at the end of the day, they just made more plays than we did.
All right, Coach, and then you have one more game left in the season. You're traveling to Marble Falls. What do you expect? What needs to change for the final game of the regular season?
Well, you know, we're going to be on the road again. You know, that's the thing. It's tough to get district wins on the road, and we got one last week in Burnett, and then, you know, we got our last district ball game against Marble Falls this coming week. So, you know, we're going to have to regroup and get ready to go. And they had a week off, so they didn't play this week. So, you know, they've had an extra week to prepare and rest up. So, you know, we're going to have to bring our A game.
Well, thank you so much, Coach. Good luck on that final game. For now, I'm Zoe Del Rosario here in Lampasas. The Yellow Jackets come with the win, 42-31. I'll send it back to you, Ben.
All right, thank you so much, Zoe. As Coach said, the Yellow Jackets, they are who we thought they were. Let's take a look at some other scores from around the area. Hey, how about Copper's Cove and Shoemaker? The Grey Wolves get the win 30-12. We'll actually kind of go to the opposite corner there, stay in Class 5A. University, a big win, the Battle of Waco. University over Waco High, 50-3. And then Gatesville getting a nice win over China Spring, 35-28, while Arena comes up short, 34-7 against Connolly. Connolly just played Robinson last week, so that district with Connolly, Robinson, La Vega, you've got all sorts of talent going on there. Well, that's all the time we have for you on Friday Night Lights, but if you missed the show, maybe you're coming back from a game, it's looping on the 6 Plus app. Download it on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV. Until then, we'll see you next time next week, and hope you have a great night.